The European Union announced yesterday a substantial expansion of its civilian monitoring mission in Armenia in the near future by doubling the number of EU operational hubs. The mission plans to open 3 additional operational hubs in Kapan, Yerevan, and Yerevan, mission head Marcus Ritter said. The EU already runs hubs in Goris, Jermuk, and Martuni. Back in February, the EU deployed a mission of about 100 unarmed monitors to the Armenian side of the border with Azerbaijan. The mission has a mandate of 2 years. That came after the EU sent a smaller temporary mission to the same areas late last year after Azerbaijan's unprecedented assault on 36 Armenian municipalities last September. A number of Azerbaijani, Iranian, and Russian officials have criticized the EU mission to Armenia, with Moscow repeatedly describing it as an attempt by Brussels to meddle in the region. In diplomatic news, Armenian Foreign Minister Ararat Mirzoyan had a telephone conversation yesterday with U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of State Dereck Hogan. The call came in advance of a planned meeting between Mirzoyan and his Azerbaijani counterpart Ceyhun Bayramov next week in Washington. According to an Armenian government readout, Mirzoyan and Hogan reviewed regional security and stability, the state of the Armenia-Azerbaijan normalization process, and the issue of the rights and security of Nagorno-Karabakh's Armenians. In more diplomatic news, Armenian Deputy Prime Minister Mher Grigoryan met with EU Special Representative Toivo Klaar in Yerevan yesterday. Grigoryan co-chairs a working group of Armenian, Azerbaijani, and Russian officials tasked with restoring regional transit routes. During his meeting with Klaar, Grigoryan presented plans to restore Armenia's rail connection with Azerbaijan via the southern Syunik region, as well as ongoing efforts on border security and demarcation. And Armenia's State Revenue Committee said today that customs officers at Yerevan's Zvartnots International Airport thwarted an attempt to smuggle methamphetamine to Australia through Armenia. In a statement, the SRC said officers found 1.5 kilograms of methamphetamine in a package sent by an Iranian national who has reportedly been detained in Armenia and taken in for questioning. Back in April, Armen Khachatryan, a senior civil contract lawmaker, called for stronger measures to combat drug trafficking in Armenia, describing it as a national security threat. The next month, Armenian law enforcement announced a record bust of about 1 ton of cocaine and boxes of fruit imported to Armenia from Ecuador. That came just a day after police in Italy seized more than 2.5 tons of extremely pure cocaine allegedly bound for Armenia. It remains unclear if Armenia, a country of fewer than 3 million people, was the final destination for the drugs or a planned transit country. And finally, you can check out the latest edition of CivilNet's weekly business digest. In this week's episode, we took a look at telecoms news, the latest from Armenia's mining sector, and more. You can find the full video now on our website and YouTube channel. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from Armenia, Nagorno-Karabakh, and the region.